This is BBC News. We're interrupting our schedules for the following announcement. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. A statement from the palace said, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow."
You're fucking plugged into Ifqfm, and welcome to episode 10. This is our UK only special, so fucking big ups on us making it through 10 episodes, and yeah, looking forward to putting on like a special tonight, and hoping to do more of this. Maybe say every 10 episodes, pick a theme, run with it, because it's fun to work in constraints, and get some creativity going. And me and Julian, we just talk about a bit of this music a lot, and we're like, this would be a fun special to do. So homie Jules is starting off tonight. He's got something cooking for us. So what do you got cracking?
Oh, big cooks, brother. This first track I'm going to be playing is an interesting one because I actually found it by a recommendation to look at the album cover. I took one look at the album cover and I said, I got to listen to this. And it's not like the kind of music I would usually listen to because it's kind of the prog rock, like art rock variety, which is sort of not like what I listen to a lot of the time. And it was so interesting because I heard the song, I thought it was fucking amazing. And I was like, who is this person? Turns out it's one of the fucking band members and the main vocalist of Black Midi, who I know absolutely nothing about. I don't know anything about Black Midi. I've never listened to them. I just know how incredibly popular they are and how like fucking, under a rock I am for not hearing them. But this is my introduction to Black Midi essentially is through Geordie Grepp, who's just released a new album. Or I think it's within the last year or so. I could be a little bit fucking old on this. But we're going to be listening to the fucking best track on it, which is from the album The New Sound. I feel like this song could honestly be the new James Bond theme. And we're going to be listening to the song Holy, Holy.
From the moment you walked in, from the way you had your makeup on, from the way you'd done your hair, from the way you sat down next to me, from the way you ordered your drink, from the moment you put your hand on my knee, I knew I'd have you with ease. Do you come here often? Do you know how this thing works? Do you go to bed with a different man every night? Don't tell me I'm the first. You must have heard about me. Everyone knows my name. Everyone knows I'm holy. Holy, 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 holy. yes, you know my name. Everyone does, it's true, it's true, it's true, it's true that I'm known around here. The barmaids know my name. I've had them all before. You are new, I'll have you too. It's time to give in. From the shores of Havana to Moscow and Tokyo, in French Guyanese, in Cantonese, everyone knows my name. All the revolutionaries, all the jihadis too, everyone knows I'm holy. How about we dance some salsa? I'll spin you round and round. On the dance floor I'm holy. How about we take this further? I'll meet you in the bathroom. I'll bet your pussy is holy too. I'll arrive at around 7 p.m. and I want you to get there no later than 10. I want you to be dressed like a sophisticated tart with too much makeup on. Will that be alright? And I want you to sit down next to me as if by chance. I want it to seem like we've never met before. How much will that cost? I want you to look unsure of yourself. And I want you to look at me as if I'm attractive. I want your eyes to say, take me. And I want your lips to be unimpressed. And I want you to ask the waiter if I really am who I say I am. And I want you to blush. I want you to shoot a smug look at the other girls to make them jealous I chose you. When I tell you your pussy is holy, I want you to slap me and then kiss me. Make sure everybody's watching. Kiss me and then walk away. Walk to the bathroom. I'll follow after. Don't worry, we won't do anything. We'll just loiter there 15 minutes or so. Then I'll choose your new lipstick and we want that out. And I want you to tell me I'm a perfect dancer. And I want you to tell me I smell great. I want you to make me look taller. Could you kneel down the whole time? How much will that cost? I want you to put your hand on my knee. Will that be alright? And I want you to look at me as if you're lost. How much will that cost? Thank you so much. We'll meet the same time next week and the next week after that too. And the next week after that and the next month and the next.
Hit it from the side, and I hit it from the right, from the left to the right. Come and go like the tide, and I hit it from the side, hit it from the other side, and the left and the right. I come and go out like the tide. Baby, just score for me, yeah, score for me, score for me, score for me. Baby, I don't know where this really got to go, but they're playing you and you should really know you're at the low. I shouldn't have to say that the life can stay this way. Can't be treated like a piece of mud, you know that's not okay. Yeah, I know I wouldn't save it, but I know I'd never go, which I know I'd never fold. I don't fall with secret codes. Oh, badness on the low, yeah, it's badness on the low. I was meant to be united. left to the right, from the left to the right. I got diamond ties and I come with the toys. By the yard, who is by my side. See my balls off me, take a diamond to sleep. Easy on the low, well, you should just know. Shouldn't have to say, you should just know. I'm diamonds on the low, I'm the D.O. on the go. I might go down, yeah, I go down, yeah. Sliding with a ball, yeah, I got it over me. If I go down, then I know. And I go down as the ghost, like Kofi. I'm a tree in the street, and I know that's what I know. If I go down, yeah, I go down, yeah. I go down as the ghost. Diamonds on the low, baby, you should even know. I should be an iron, not the second Sambuca.
Big ups to Palmistry. We were just listening to Sambuca 2 of Palmistry's new album T2. This is either just released or this is a single off the new album. Either way, I love it, and I've been a big fan of Palmistry since his sort of first initial demos and releases that are really hard to find back in 2011 or 2012, actually, would probably be a bit more accurate. I think it was 2012. He released an EP or a demo called I Swear Face Say. And I actually recently went on a bit of a hunt to find it, managed to find it, but it took me a long while. And I, of course, had to go digging into some old shady Russian blog spots, as you do. Before that, we were listening to, of course, Geordie Grepp of Black Midi fame. It's a band I know nothing about, but I just know how big they are. And once again, I got to reiterate, fucking, if that isn't a contender for a James Bond theme song in fucking 2027, I don't want to watch the movie. I don't want to fucking watch it. So, yeah, fucking, what do we think of the intro? It's over to you, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's a bit of a what do you call it? Bit of a haymaker to the head. I didn't expect that. I thought we were like you were just gonna go in with some like just straight grime or like heavy drum and bass straight off the top. So that was pretty funny because as we talked about later in the show, I am going to play some Black Midi. So that's where I was sharing playlists earlier, and yeah. But yeah, it's funny. You know nothing about Black Midi. You know that they aren't a band and they split up. Well, I think they just call it. Yes, so they called it.
Yep.
And yeah, and I think that's cool when a band does what they want to do and they go, you know what? Because like I feel like I haven't actually really listened to any Geordie Grepp. I think I listened to a track or two and I was like, oh yeah, cool. But yeah, I haven't really given it the time. Big Black Midi fan though. Me and several of our friends that we know. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to putting you on later in the show.
Cool.
Yeah, we got quite a bit of mixed variety. I'm like coming off the back of that. I'm like, what do I play? I'm not going to overthink it because like this is probably the first song that popped into my head when we were going like, you know what, let's do the UK special, and I was like, you can't have UK special without this. I'm going to be listening to The Streets. How Has It Come to This off the album Original Pirate Material.
To this original pirate material. You're listening to The Streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to The Streets. Lock down your aerial. Make yourself at home. We got diesel or some of that homegrown. Sit back in your throne, turn off your phone, cause this is our zone. Videos, televisions, 64s, PlayStations, Webb Henry with precision, a few herbs and a bit of Benson. But don't forget the Rizzler, lean like the Tower of Pisa. These are Oasia, and this is a day in the life of a geezer. For this ain't a club track, pull out your sack and sit back. Whether you white or black, smoke weed, chase brown or toot rock, we're on a mission, support the cause, sign a petition, summon all your wisdom, the music's a gift from the man on high, the Lord and his children. Triple team here are rude boys, come rain or snow, the Buddha flows. You don't know? Stand on the corner, watch the show, cause life moves slow. Sort your shit out then roll. sex, drugs, and I'm the dole. Some men rise, some men fall. I hear you call, stand tall now. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. I'm just spitting, think I'm ghetto, stop dreaming. My data's streaming. I'm giving your bird them feelings. Touch your toes and touch the ceiling. We walk the tightrope of street cred. Keep my dogs fed, old jungle or garage heads. Gold teeth, Valentinos and dreads now. You were verbally slapped up, physically tip top, spinally ripped up. I do the science on my laptop, and I get my boys mashed up. You're listening to the streets. You'll bear witness to some amazing feats. Bravery in the face of defeat. All line up and grab your seat. Cause Tony's got a new motor, SR Nova, driving like a joyrider. Speeding to the corner, your mother warned you it's a sound system banger. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. My underground train runs from Mile End to Ealing, from Brixton to Bounds Green. My spitting's dirty, my beats are clean. So smoke weed and be lean. I step out my yard through the streets. In the dead heat, all I got's my spirit and my beats. I play fair, don't cheat, and keep the gangsters sweet. Turn the page, don't rip it out at your age. Move to the next stage. Lock the rage inside the cage. Like SK, it's a new day. But don't take the shortcut through the subway. It's pay or play, these geezers walk the gangway. Deep-seated urban decay. Deep-seated urban decay. Rip down posters alike from last week's big garage night and the next Tyson fight. I cook 'em at 90 degrees Fahrenheit and don't copy the copyright. I got 'em in my sights, blinded with the lights, take 'em to dizzy new heights. Blinding with the lights, blinding with the lights, dizzy new heights. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial. How's it come to this? Original pirate material. You're listening to the streets. Lock down your aerial.
Gimme, gimme!
I've been out playing to this my silly ideas, cause it's all you can do. Your car ain't got no brakes, it's just laughing at you. You're just a mind that's spraying and praying on walls, and the after effects are making my skin crawl. You're just a mind that's saying and playing so dull, and the after effects are making my skin crawl.
I can drop a lyric with no need to drop a name. I do it for the pleasure, the money and the fame. You're saying that you love it, I'm saying that you're lying. I've been putting in the work, but you're barely even trying.
Stood outside an high-rise trying to act like a gangster. Stood outside an high-rise trying to act like a gangster. Stood outside an high-rise trying to act like a gangster. Stood outside an high-rise. You're just a mind that's spraying and praying on walls, and the after effects are making my skin crawl. You're just a mind that's saying and playing so dull, and the after effects are making my skin crawl. You're just a mind that's spraying and praying on walls, and the after effects are making my skin crawl. You're just a mind that's saying and playing so dull, and the after effects are making my skin crawl.
Real geezer music.
You were just listening to Sleafood Mods, featuring Amy Taylor from Amel and the Sniffers. I know she's Australian, but anyway, Sleafood Mods, I mean, very good band. I really like their record that came out 2023 called UK Grim. Also, fantastic name for an album, especially considering their lyrical content and sort of what they grew up in and talk about. But yeah, I like that, and just I like it. No, I like it a lot because it reminds me of The Streets. Obviously a bit different, almost comes from like this punk, lo-fi DIY kind of drum machine sort of thing. For anyone that's not familiar with Sleafood Mods, it's actually just a two-piece, so it's I can't remember their names. Don't think I even know their names. But yeah, Homeboy is just on vocals, and then there's just one dude, and he's just on the drum machine and loops. But yeah, very punk, very DIY, very cool, very geezer music.
Real geezer music.
And yeah, we kicked that off with The Streets. How has it come to this? I mean, how can you not play that on the UK special?
No, you're not allowed. It was going to be either you or me, so you've got it, and I'm fine with that. And now we progress to I'm not too sure. I haven't gone over your playlist too much, but this could potentially be the UK heavy music being repped. So we're going to do a two-piece. This band, funnily enough, found them when I was really young. I actually found them around the same time that I first heard about Meshuggah. And someone from school showed me Meshuggah and was, explaining it to me. Because as a 15, 16-year-old kid, you kind of do need Meshuggah to be explained to you, because I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Shug-splained.
And yeah, Shug-splained, exactly. And so I actually found this band around the same time, and embarrassing to say, but I actually really liked Sikth at the start more than Meshuggah. And that's probably because I hadn't listened to their whole entire discography. And at that point, I'd really only heard probably one album, and I still didn't really understand the groove of Meshuggah yet. My brain was not ready for it. It's too underdeveloped. So this next band is Sikth. If you know anything about Sikth, they are a bit of a super group of just brilliant musicians who have now done a lot of different things, including starting side projects with some of the members from Iron Maiden, doing session work for a huge amount of bands, Devin Townsend band, and the members have gone on to sort of like be legends in their scene, and I believe they're also teachers or professors at music colleges and such. I'm pretty sure the drummer is, at least. So we're going to be listening to a fucking great UK heavy metal band called Sikth. This is from the album Death of a Dead Day, the song Sanguine Seas of Bigotry.
Yeah!
just been condemned to misery. We've just been listening to Dead Beyond Buried. In my opinion, a heavily underrated UK death metal band, which is no longer. That was from the album Condemned to Misery. And these guys, I'm pretty sure, wounded or ended up finishing this band. A couple of different members went to a new band called This Is Endless, which I did check out. But I'm sorry to say, boys, you were on the money on the first time. Dead Beyond Buried was fucking sick. Great project. 2 albums. That's it. And This Is Endless, I'm sorry to say, you guys should go back to the OG stuff because it was fucking sick. Before that, we were listening again to Sikth from the album Death of a Dead Day and the song Sanguine Sees Bigotry. Great progressive heavy metal, maybe metalcore, maybe gent band with a really cool dual vocal attack. And like I said, a lot of those musicians are fucking gone on to do some really cool shit with different band members and fucking different session work that they've done. I had a quick look on Wikipedia. The list was extensive. So that's our fucking little two-piece of the UK heavy shit represent.
Yeah, man. I kind of just want to like give a lot of like honorable mentions to some bands that I were considering for this show. I primarily picked stuff that I felt was like a very UK sound, but on that honourable list, and there is stuff that is very UK. I just didn't find the time to put it like in there. But on the heavies, Pupil Slicer. If you're into like that Dillinger mathcore, those guys are great. They're still around. They're still releasing stuff. Conan. Probably one of the best live shows I ever went to in my life. Seeing Conan in New Zealand, it was just so good, so raw, so heavy. I love Conan. They're probably like one of my favorite like doom metal bands ever. Their guitar sounds are just like amazing. So just also on the honorable mentions, are you familiar with Frank Carter, who's a tattooer?
Gallows.
Plays with,
is that the...
yep, you know him from Gallows. I was going to do the pop
Gallows
thing and then wind it back. Yeah, so I was thinking about playing Gallows. He's in a band called Frank Carter and the Rattlesnakes and is also singing for the Sex Pistols at the moment. So he's still cranking. Yeah, dude. They came out to Australia a couple of months ago and it's like the Sex Pistols with Frank Carter. So he's like really big touring musician and just sort of does tatties, I guess, on the side when he thinks about it.
Yeah.
He also collects Pokemon cards and like retro shit and then just like has garage sales and just like sells like just like absurdly like expensive cards and just will be in Germany touring. He's like just going down buy like 10 packs of just like Pokemon cards and just be like rifling through them. Also on the special mentions, Idols played some before, nearly made on the list. And another band whose first record was just so amazing. Love their second one. I love what they're doing. Not really tickling my spot like they used to, but Black Country New Road, I think that they kind of just get into this sort of I don't know, it feels like they're talking about social political stuff. They're just kind of growing up in this place. It kind of feels like people growing up in the UK, that adolescent sort of what do you call, just like that experience. And they're really good at doing that. Very long songs. It's funny. It's a common thing we've come across. It's just they actually make really long songs in the UK. You've got quite long songs in your brackets tonight. I've found some have been extremely long. So I think they're an honourable mention. In guitar world, in the guitar band atmosphere, like ethos of the UK sound, I settled on 2 bands out of all of those honourable mentions. heavies and then to just like the more guitars, indie sort of stuff. I'm going to start us off, as I said earlier in the show, I'm going to play some Black Midi. One thing I've been doing on the show as well, beating myself up about the pronunciations of things, because I either have been a little bit too slow and on the fly, or just going like, I just need to figure out how this is pronounced. And let's go for this one. So we're going to start off with Black Midi's 2019 record, Schlang Geheim. I believe maybe one of the guys might be half German or something like that, but Schlang Geheim, I looked it up. Apparently that's how you say it phonetically. And yeah, we're going to be listening to 953.
Stop all of this strange fantasy. This is not who you are, not who you want to be, not who I want you to be. You are one so kind. Let's remove these thoughts, remove them from your mind, for they are described. Yourself and family. If not, I'll have to make. An eye for an eye, but you are just too lazy. It is purely fantasy, and it takes so quick. Everyone joins in, and it is condemned. It is a sin. It is a sin.
lemon honey. I ran all the way home that night, ran all the way home, right back to my mama. Running loud in the park, XR, didn't even do wrong, keep you uppy. The cars in my road almost hit me in a hurry. The cars were just a sign of another yuppie. Down in the dirt, I used to surf with my bucket from Kentucky. I had a scratch card, I scratched so hard, cause I'm feeling fucking lucky, boy, I'm feeling so lucky. I'm my 10th birthday, got a puppy. Now I'm back in the park with the middle class yobs, trying to get lucky. I was little and small, really small, made me feel so yucky. Put it on my brain, bored, another fucking junkie. Bored, another fucking scrap, torn apart. I was little and small, really small, and I'm stoned again, I'm stoned again, I'm high again, boy. I'm stoned again, I'm stoned again, I'm low again. Yeah, she's my sweet and sour, my lemon honey. I ran all the way home that night, ran all the way home, right back to her, down in the heart. I used to pick up all the pieces and I went home. I used to pick it up, I used to pick it up. I'm stoned again, I'm stoned again, I'm high again. Whoa!
You were just listening to King Krule, the song Stoned Again. I might be stoned again the way that I'm pronouncing these fucking song titles tonight. That's off the record Man Alive. And before that, we're listening to Black Midi. Now, Black Midi was a band that I had to put on tonight because, speaking of the UK sound, they're one of my favourite OG bands that sort of sent me on a path. I was a big prog rock dude, as Julian knows, but like I didn't let it just be prog. I was like experimental. You can go more metal, you can get more technical, you can get more atmospheric. But one of the bands that, and especially so early bands, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, once again not UK except for Black Sabbath and things like that, like older 70s bands. I found along that route, I found King Crimson, who I'm sure if you're listening to this show, you probably know who King Crimson are. And I, to this day, still will listen to King Crimson. I think they're fucking rad. They're weird, they're wacky, but they're like very technically proficient, but not in this wanky way. Like, it's not like all showy. It's very, well, it is kind of showy, to be honest, but I mean, like, it's not just guitar solos for days. Like really weird shit. Like there's a record by King Crimson called Red, and I remember describing it to our friend Trent. I said it's like evil jazz. And that's before I heard any evil jazz, like just jazz that's evil itself. But Black Midi have that sort of King Crimson looseness, heaviness, but also lyrically, King Crimson were very, very playful, very almost folklore, like all these things are sort of happening, and yeah, very, very, very fictional It wasn't trying to paint a very serious picture. And it's funny, I wrote some notes earlier when you put on Geordie Grepp, because Black Midi, they're obviously finished, and I think about them in much more that like kind of more, a little bit more serious King Crimson sort of way. And I think what he's done since leaving it and started his own project is kind of going like, I want to be more playful and a bit more silly. And when we were listening to that track, it reminded me of Snarky Puppy, a lot of these like sort of like big more contemporary R&B jazz bands. Like obviously all these people went to jazz school, learned all the stuff, and they're just kind of reinventing the sound in their own way. And that's what I got out of that Geordie Grepp song. I was just like, oh, this is that, but it's fun. Yeah, it's like Black Midi was like the wanky, serious, cool, staring at my shoes, dude. And then I think that Geordie Grepp's more that like I'm having fun in a suit, drinking a martini,
making funny stories up.
Yeah, making funny stories up. And I feel like that's like a common connection between King Crimson and Black Midi, and then further on to Geordie Grepp. And it's just like interesting to see the way that an artist will either grow or want to do what they want to do. And yeah, as we said before, for many artists, I'm like, oh man, first record. But yeah, for them, fucking Black Midi. Julian's never listened to Black Midi. First one he's heard, I'm like, oh, you got to listen to a bit more of that record. Once again, look at the album cover, same way that you were telling us to go look at that Geordie Grepp album cover as well. Yeah, amazing. And then, sorry to go on a bit there.
No,
talking about the UK sadness and like the experience of youth and growing up. This is just my interpretation, by the way. I might be completely wrong, but we played King Krule, Stoned Again, and yeah, just King Krule. There's obviously a lot of music that's a bit more popular than that. I just chose that song because I was just really vibing it. But like, he's just got such this beautiful sound. It just, when I heard it, it's just like, to see if I saw them, Black Country New Road together, like that would just be like such a good double lineup. They've both played Glastonbury, I think. I know he's played Glastonbury like 2 or 3 times. But yeah, it's very emotional, very like melancholy, bedroom producer, 90s sort of stuff, working on like 8 machines, drum machines, synths, playing lots of guitars. But yeah, no, I think that guy's a dude, and yeah, that's a UK sound to me.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. And not to mention the fact that like I've heard of these bands so fucking much. I could honestly say both of those songs were pretty much the first time I've ever heard Black Midi and the first time I've heard of King K. Rool, which is sick because I know how popular they are. I just never delved into it. And it's super cool to have my friend showing me the fucking tip-top premium cream of the crop, which is fucking real good. Put me on, brother. Now, the next one I'm going to be playing is, I feel like I might play this track and initially you might look at me and go, hey, dude, are you playing Fake Mink again?
Again? I was expecting it.
And guess what? I'm not. This is someone different. Someone just as equally as popular at the moment. And they're sort of like coming up at the same time. I feel like maybe this next artist I'm playing is a little bit more of, I don't want to say this because it's like, seems really mean, but maybe just like a little bit more softer, the Disney version of Fake Mink. Which I'm absolutely fine with because he is a really good fucking artist and has a great sound selection and beat selection. So we're going to be listening to Feng off his first album, What the Feng? And this track is XY.
I've been thinking about you. I can't can't live my life without you, but I can't live it with you. Yeah, we had our issues, but I think I miss you. Checking on your Instagram, I really shouldn't, cause it makes it worse. I can't leave a comment, but I like your Gucci purse. But I know someone bought it for you, so it really hurts. I never told you how I really felt, so I put it in this verse. You're in my mind forever, I know you did a curse. You quit your job as a waiter, but you still serve. I really shouldn't send a text, but I got the urge. A life forever with you right below my fingertips. Should I press send or block and clear my search? We thought we were grown, but we weren't. We were young and dumb. Love was something that we tried to learn. Now got 99 problems, you're still my biggest concern. You're my ex, I'm your wife, cause we going separate ways. I've been thinking all night, I think I'm insane. I miss the fun we had together and the kisses on your face. Now you're just a permanent reflection in the window of my train. I've been thinking about you. I can't live my life without you, but I can't live it with you. Yeah, we had our issues, but I think I miss you. Checking on your Instagram, I really shouldn't, cause it makes it worse. I can't leave a comment, but I like your Gucci purse. But I know someone bought it for you, so it really hurts. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. She tiptoed to me in a car, yeah, ankle lock. I tiptoe in the road, it feel like an anchor drop. I sit low in the rolls, I got my ankles up. She dips low and low, as soon as the bands go up. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock.
Ankle lock, then rats go up and gas see me, then pants gon' drop. Two things for certain, one is death, the other one my gang on top. I just hit Paris fashion, we spent 2 racks on my pantaloons. I feel like I'm going blind, can't see no competition. Put lace on my eye, the rules all staying the same. If you got show, I'm sending my young boy round, he's bring me back a chain. Call me what you want, these niggas can't call me sassy, these niggas can't call me a stain. The ones telling I'm London, overseas I tell it to London.
I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. She tiptoed to me in a car, yeah, ankle lock. I tiptoe in the road, it feel like an anchor drop. I sit low in the rolls, I got my ankles up. She dips low and low, as soon as the bands go up. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock. I wrestle the money, the bag and the ankle lock.
Life's not been easy. I try to take it on my shoulder. It feels like a boulder's coming at me. And I'm getting older. There's plenty plenty things I can't see, but I feel them come to bite me. I'm stuck in a loop, been away for some time. I could hide in the corner, pretend that I'm fine, but I'm not. It's been so long since I felt all the joy that I did in the past. When I open my eyes, take a look at the glass, it's half empty. And now it's half empty.
Can I go back to...
Life's not been easy. I try to take it on my shoulders. It feels like a boulder's coming at me. And I'm getting older. There's plenty things I can't see. It feels like a boulder's coming at me. I try to take it on my shoulder. It feels like a boulder's coming at me. And I'm getting older. There's plenty things I can't see. It feels like a boulder's coming at me. Stuck in a loop, been away for some time. I could hide in the corner, pretend that I'm fine, but I'm stuck in a loop, been away for some time. I could hide in the corner, pretend that I'm fine, but I'm. Life's not been easy. I try to take it on my shoulder. It feels like a boulder's coming at me.
Jim Legacy and Dexter and the Newsagent. That was Dexter's Phone Call off the recent 2025 Black British Music. That was probably my favorite track from what I've heard of the album so far. I got to admit, haven't heard the whole thing so far. That's my fault. But as soon as I saw that there was a Jim Legacy song with Dexter and the Newsagent, had to listen to it. Did not disappoint. Really big fan of Dexter and the Newsagent. If you haven't heard her, go listen now. I'm really hoping that with Pink Pantheress being so big as she is, I really hope Dexter and the Newsagent can be just as big. Not for the same reasons, not for being, a huge pop star and making really good pop music, but just because she's in her own lane. And, I hope that she's got the same comeuppance as Pink Pantheress. I think she deserves it. It's great shit. That middle track there was Ankle Lock off the collaborative album with Lancey, Foux, Fimiguerrero, and Len, which is another recent one from 2025. Once again, we've got another 2025 album with Feng off the album What the Feng, of the Disney pop version of Fake Mink, if you will. Fucking all recent shit, all great music coming from the UK. What do you reckon?
Man, that was very cool. I really like that Fake Mink, Sunny... no, it wasn't Fake Mink. No, it was Feng, Sunny Guerrero. Yeah. That track hit hard. That was really cool. Same here. I have not listened to Black British music yet. It's been on the radar to listen to. I've heard the song with Dave, which is doing a bit of rounds and a bit more of the I would say family friendly, the more consumer friendly stuff. But interesting production. I think that sometimes if you hear something on the radio that's just every day, you might just go, oh, I don't know who this guy. But you know what? People have their glow up moments. There's tracks that naturally the industry just goes, yep, let's push this all the way to the front, and it might not be your thing, but if you listen to the rest of the record, you go man, why aren't they playing the record?
Yeah,
there is so much stuff that's way better than that.
That's
on my radar to listen. Yeah, we picked the wrong single, brother, but I guess we're not record execs, and we probably don't know how to sell records because we're pumping what we're pumping, and that's what this show is. All right, I've got quite a bit of music still to play, so instead of chatting, I'm just gonna fucking get into it. And this was always gonna happen. You knew it was gonna happen. This is Jimmy XS. XX. Gosh.
Yeah, she came in a Helly Hansen. I think I'm done with this beanie. Really, it's just me, this K and me. I just did 2 lines in Westfield. Now I might pop me a bean. I didn't want me an in-between. She just got a panini. She's getting too needy. Might get you a 125. Might get you a Fiat 5. And that thing just gave me life. I don't care if it's me on the side.
Yeah, man, I out here doing lines in Westfield on a mad thing. Trust me. Whole time my North London crew, South London crew, East London crew, West London crew. All the man them, all the gal them. Yeah. You know, we've just been wilding out since like 2010. We've got absolutely no intention of stopping. The shit's been crazy. The shit will still be crazy.
Life is a bitch. One boom ting yap. The game is boss man's fridge. The coldest ones will stay at the back. I got Coke and Henny in my cup. I got both my America cups. On the Great Western Rail with drugs. Coming like someone sent us conch. Quay like the bull when the oldest say let me get one touch. Gorgeous ones. Got Bourneville and an Nestle Crunch. I was Northwest like MK Dons. She want red bottoms, yeah, say none. I let her wear my SK shots. Virgil told me best play dumb. Loves bull tea when they take you for mug. Blood, the template's fucked. The quest unlocked, it came in clutch. I'm a Veronica, I ain't leaving this place untouched. I'm with Jones in the 40 shrubs. Could've been by the eye for the eye. I left yard with 40 boof. That was enough for the time of my life.
Whole time my international crew as well. All my crew out of London, out of UK. It's that Friday night feeling, Saturday night feeling. Do you know what? Even a Sunday night feeling. Where you're just out on road. Don't know what time you're going home. Ain't even trying to go home. I'm trying to stay at yours. Sounds of Jawnino right now, you done know. Yeah, turn up this one. Yeah.
I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salite, not that booty. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salite, not that booty. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salite, not that booty.
Could've been 30, could've been a G. Should've never snitched, why you took it to police? Now they're looking at you funny when you're walking down the street. Looking at you like food, trying to see where they can eat. Me, I'm like Wallow and Gilly with the game. You don't really wanna act silly, behave. When I was on stage and the milli gets made. I need that breeze. I feel sorry for Skepta, they copy these flow, but they say that it's a new flow. Imitation don't flatter me, but it's cool though. Should've ever left the guy alone in my studio. Put them in the coffin, get them on a tombstone. Yeah, I got a half of the price of a Kudo. Living like a boss man, nothing like Hugo. I need that good price. What the plug turn pagan, tweaking, talking inflation, peace is needed, getting impatient, blood, everybody getting complacent, leg, work, step on the pavement, victory lap, I'm back on the station, I'm really a psycho, Patrick Bateman, if you see her with me, she's taken.
Blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salite. I need that blue white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, then Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat mods. Now the bitch skip hip, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talk about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch looking like Salite. I need that.
I smoke loud, but I never get lousy. Black sweat one. Darren Aronofsky plug said he wants 16 for the pound, but I'm trying to get it under. Rack like Saudi, iced out watch and my diamonds it cloudy. 4 rings never came with the Audi. Grills like Foreman. I put my money where my mouth is and I don't wanna smile, just allow me. No new friends, I got mob ties. Where would I be without the guys? We get fly. Argue 1,000 times, you tell jokes till the tears come out your eyes. You know the haters hate when you're out of sight. I hear them say we sold out, yeah we sold out. Everything I said humble pie. One slice cut a man down to size. Like could've been 30, could've been a G. Should've never snitched. Why you talking to police? Now they're looking at you funny when you're walking down the street, looking at you like food, trying to see where they can eat. Me, I'm like Wallow and Gilly with the game. You don't really wanna act silly, behave. When I'm on stage and the milli gets paid. I need that, I need that, I need that.
Good white bitch on Depop, chillin' teapot, 2 left feet, them Reebok. Shawty did freelance, now she a free thot. Should've never let the bitch alone with my seat. My now the bitch skip it, poppin' in my Reeboks. Talking about a detox, pussy like a beatbox. All grown up, bitch, thinking like Salute, not eat, not.
I need that, I need that, I need that.
You're just listening to Fred Again and Skepta on Victory Lap. Now that's absolutely double trouble when it comes to the UK sound. Skepta, just an absolute giant of the grime UK rap scene, and Fred Again, more recent, just producer of many sounds. He's got his albums that are very calm and moment, sort of heavy. And then he's got all these things that he's been doing recently off this. If you don't know, Julian, did you know about this? So he has an album, but it's an ongoing album. I know this might not be a popular opinion because we've seen artists like Kanye just release something and then just keep adding things to the streaming service later on.
Right,
But he has a album called USB, and all the music is actually quite different to what he puts out on his own records, where it's more collaborative stuff. He's got this one with Skepta. He's got
festival music.
Festival music?
Yeah, big festival music. Like I feel like
okay,
yeah. You know, he's a huge festival guy, man. He's playing every single festival.
Yeah. But no, he played stuff with Baby Keem. Like that was the whole Fortet, Skrillex Fortet sort of thing. They're all on this USB album, and he says it's a never-ending album that he's going to just continue making.
That's cool. I can fuck with that.
Yeah, so I can fuck with that because it seems kind of fresh. It's not like someone not committed to ideas updating things later. It seems like this is like something he just continually wants to do. It's just an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Then before then, we heard the sounds of Jawnino, Yadana, that was with Kibo and James Massiah. The song was called Westfield. It's funny I picked that song because I think that encompasses the Jawnino sound, but one of the first songs I heard from him was off a recent record, 40, which that's off as well. Actually reminds me of The Streets a lot. And I got to push that your way. I think the track's called It's Cold, or possibly Two Trains. I will follow that up and send that your way at some point. And obviously we started with one of the goats of UK electronic music, Jamie XX, with Gosh, and that's with MC Moose as well. So yeah, big bracket of music there. Got another bit of music coming up for you now. Look, it's getting a bit long. It's a bit of a long show. And I was doing a bit of a deep dive into jungle. I was trying to find a lot of like OG 95, 96, 97 artists, basically in the infancy of the genre. And turns out they make incredibly long music, just like incredibly long tracks. So it is a bit hard for me to like really shovel it in, especially towards the end of the list. But I'm going to hit us up with a little bit of Danny Breaks to begin with. This song's going to be called The Firin Line. And then I'm going to be ending it on quite a long track that we'll just be grooving out to, probably fade out a little bit. But it's the opening track from Goldie's Timeless, and the song's called Timeless. And yeah, as I said, I'm not gonna flex saying I'm like the most knowledgeable or like deep into it dude when it comes to jungle music. It just seems the sounds just resonate really well in my ears, and I've just been sort of slowly looking at what the origins of those sounds are, and Goldie is one of the big ones. He's one of the big ones. So yeah, we're going to hear a little bit of Danny Breaks, and then we're going to go into what I've heard is just one of the just absolute classics, and just this song just absolutely fucking rips. So anyway, if you made it to the end, thanks for sticking around, and hope you liked our first special.
UK special, Slime, wipe your nose, let's go.
All right, catch you in the next one.
Bye.
Sound effects go amiss.